Well, hey there, and welcome to the live edition of the Jeep Life Podcast. Getting rolling here on this amazing Monday night. And by amazing, I mean, just like any other Monday night.
Another Monday night.
Mm-hmm. It's another manic Monday.
I wasn't born yet.
When that song came out.
Why did you post yes, thank you, please of a whole bunch of food on the Jeep Life podcast
Where?
Facebook page?
Where?
I think you meant to share something as yourself, and you shared it to Jeep Life podcast.
Oh, then just delete it.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
I did note it. I was like, why is this thing like acting weird? And I'm like, why is it set to that? I'm like, I usually do not switch over.
Oh, that's really funny.
And I noted, I'm like, why did I like fall asleep and hit the button or something?
You definitely did.
Love that Mike was first on.
No, because you posted the video on Facebook, so you were probably under.
It didn't like go back.
Yep.
I switched it back because I did
No,
that.
it didn't like it.
clearly
then.
did not.
It did not like it.
Nope.
That's pretty funny. That's actually really funny.
Dude, when we first started doing the club,
Oh my gosh.
and
The
I
amount of crap that got posted.
And I just, at one point, I actually begged to be removed from any kind of administrator on the Facebooks
Because you just kept forgetting to switch it.
I'd forget to switch it, or I'd post it on my page, or I was running like 2 or 3 Facebook pages at the time, and I couldn't tell where anything was coming from.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, it was bad. I mean, it was real bad. At the time I worked for a major tech business.
Yes.
Like the
The
majorist
majorist.
and it was beyond my scope of ability.
I remember.
My
that.
brain power ends at 2 profiles.
And I'm well beyond that
Yeah, that's right.
still. If you're just joining us, go ahead and share it out there. Tonight is episode 524.
Yerp.
And we haven't done this in a while. I'd like to thank our partners, and we'll start at the top of the list. Power Tank has been with us for a long time. Steve and Tyler over there do great work, and I love seeing and hanging out with them. They offer our listeners a discount for a complete system at checkout at powertank.com if you type in the letters Jeep Life Pod 15.
So I'll be honest. I use Power Tank equipment to its full extent.
Yeah, you do.
I take it up to those high pressures of 300 to 400 psi because I'm filling shocks and I'm doing different stuff.
Yep.
And I trust the products they put out there.
100%.
So, they stand behind their name. They put out high quality products to do a very crucial and important job.
Yep.
That has very serious consequences when things blow off and do this, that, and the other thing.
Yep.
So, trust Power Tank.
I've been running a Power Tank for quite some time, a little 10-pound.
Yep.
But I can get, basically 18 refills total. So it's 4 complete refills with, a couple pounds left left in. But it's the ease of using, how quick I can do it, and how quick the tires happen. But one of my favorite products that they do, and it's nothing, I think it's like $60, is their tire repair kit.
Oh, yeah.
And I've used that probably
Yes, you have.
8 times over multiple vehicles. And I just think that's the bee's knees.
Yep.
Powertank.com for all your tank needs. Our good friends at Pipes offering free shipping on their systems. You want your Jeep to sound a little beefier? Go get your exhaust at pipessexhouse.com or pipesexhaust.com, depending on however you want to put your
I am
pronunciation.
shocked that Dave has not looked into getting the hyphenated version.
He should after.
I'm shocked.
I'm surprised he still calls me friend after
Just
all this.
At this point, like, I don't know if it's the joke or it's the running joke around the office that it's like, oh, Terry calls us a sex house. Ha ha ha.
But you put in Jeep Life and they get you free shipping on that. Same with Cold Case.
I mean, they do lay a lot of pipe.
They do lay up a lot of pipe, and I
They
you
bend it too.
you and Lexi have a Pipes T-shirt, and it's hilarious. It's waking the neighbors since
Yeah.
it's awesome, or pissing off the neighbors
Yup.
since I love it. But same with Cold Case Jeep Life, and theirs is coldcaseradiators.com, oraclelights.com. Amazing. Jeep and Terry is a code for 15% off of all your aftermarket lighting needs. Loving it. And then we'll talk about our other partner when we roll the music. I think I'm going to roll it pretty soon.
Do it.
Share it out with your friends, and we'll see you back after the intro.
Just share it.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We're proudly presented by Armorlight, the toughest flooring on the trail. For our listeners out there in listener land, Armorlight is happy to give us a discount code, Jeep Life Podcast 10, for a complete Armorlight system at goarmorlight.com. Protect the inside of your Jeep, keep it nice and cool away from the heat, and let's be a little quieter. Those are all the benefits that you get by using Armorlight. And our thanks to them for being the presenting sponsor of the Jeep Life Podcast. Hey, everybody, I'm Jeep and Terry.
I'm Brigga Billy.
Jetty Jason.
And I'm glad we know each other's names and who we are. And we're...
I had to think about it for a while. I was like, wait, who am I again?
I love that. We're coming at you live on Monday night. And in the studio, we record basically every Monday night, and we'd love to have you on.
Did you know you can tune in live on a Monday night to watch us?
I didn't until tonight.
Wow.
And we've been doing that for a very long time. And
Then why am I here? I could be sitting over there.
you could be and just watching it all happen. But Facebook and YouTube's is where we come live, so make sure to like and subscribe to us, and you'll get notifications of that.
We have other content on YouTube, too, of us wheeling, how-tos, this, that, and the other thing. Just head on over, watch me screw things up in the garage, or, you might learn a thing or two, or you might just laugh at me.
My New Year's resolution that hasn't happened yet is to do more content. Like, me physically do more content.
The good news is in like 3 months.
Yeah.
You can
start
I can
that.
I can start on that. I know.
So at this point, you just procrastinate, and then and then it's like, oh look, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I have so much content that I just haven't gotten out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hard drives are full. Dump them to YouTube. Make it happen. But you have an excuse.
I don't anymore.
You've been learning a new job.
I have articles and articles and articles ready.
Let's get it out there. Get it on our Patreon. On our Patreon.
I could probably write a book.
We should do that too. Publish it under.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you
I'll wait for the movie.
go.
No, it's all like different things about Wranglers.
Well, who's going to play each of us in the movie?
It's not a movie kind of book. It's just how-to stuff. And
That's what he says now.
information.
But if we were at the campground,
Dude, the
it
shit-
would totally be a movie.
Yeah, the stuff they've put in
That's
turned
a cool
into movies.
idea. I'm gonna write a book.
Do it.
Decided.
Do it.
Do it.
It was good to see you on Saturday. We got to hang out with our friends at Hardline 4x4.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were places.
We were places.
It was a long time ago.
I know it does. It was 2 days ago, and
Things
and,
happened.
Yeah.
No, it was great. We got to head down Hardline 4x4.
Yeah.
And hanging out and supporting great friends of the podcast, Bill Eustace and his shop.
Yep.
Doing amazing work down there. Tyree Lights was down there. Oracle Lights was there. JBA Control
Off-road?
Arms? Off-road?
But that's what they do is
Yeah, they do more of Toyota stuff.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they have A-arms with some pretty cool ball joint stuff. Out of Hand Fabrication was there, and they're going to be joining us on the podcast later in the year as well. Really cool, semi-local off-road shop / fabricator / parts builder. They make bumpers and different kind of fab parts and all kinds of different stuff. So
Yeah, and their bumpers are for real.
and
they're,
American-made
yeah, they're rock rails.
badassery.
Yeah.
Can they make like a set so it's like my Jeep looks like at a Mad Max? Like
For the right amount of money, I
Whatever-
guarantee
they'll make
they
you
make
whatever you
anything.
want.
Yeah.
just a big rack out front.
Yeah, yeah. When the majority of their stuff comes, raw, and then you
gotta
finish
it off. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I think they do some powder coating or.
But some of their stuff also comes in a really nice aluminum
Yep.
that
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
to do crap to.
Right, right. I did, because I've been toying around with the process of getting rid of the spare tire, doing a spare tire delete, and they had one that was already powder coated at the show, and I just picked that up,
There
bought
you
it
go.
from them, and I'm like, this is substantial,
Hmm.
and it was good, and now it's gonna force me to remove my spare tire. I don't know.
Sounds like we got to do a video.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Let's do a video. But it was good to hang out. I know Bill did a lot of work on Lexi's Jeep a couple weeks
Mhm.
ago, so it was good. Lexi actually surprised me and showed up
Oh,
and was able to come down and actually meet Bill. She's been out with Bill wheeling, but they haven't really got to hang out, so it was good to do that. And
that's cool.
yeah, so many of our friends down there, and
Yep.
and met some new people. So thanks for hosting that, Bill. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But if you're in the area and you need work done on your off-road vehicle, Hardline 4x4 is a great way to go.
Yeah, I would say, close to Allentown, Lehigh Valley, close to Philadelphia.
Yep.
He's in Potts
Town.
Town.
I always
Yes.
get those two backwards.
I know.
All
it's
these
easy.
years later.
Pottstown is down.
Pottstown is down. Okay.
Down with the program.
That's
I'm
the only way I
still going to screw it
Yep.
up.
Totally gonna forget
Yep.
that later.
Tomorrow.
That's the only way I know.
Screwing it up.
But it was really good to hang out there and do a little Jeepy thing, even though the weather wasn't great. That's about the only Jeepy thing I've done. My Jeep needs some love in a bad way. The death wobbles are real. They are real
On your Jeep?
on my Jeep. Yeah,
Real.
Where did that come
Real.
yeah,
Real.
yeah. They're real.
They're real.
It's so funny. As I was on my way to get new tires mounted, and on the way there, I had death wobble like 5 times, and then I got my new tires on with 37s, and it was fine for the drive back, and then after that, they hit the right conditions at between 48 and 52 miles an hour. That thing goes into waka waka waka. Yeah, it's. I have two choices. If I'm already slowing down, get it slowed down to nothing so the oscillation stops.
Yep.
Or I can power through it, and once I get past a certain speed,
It's fine.
it's fine. But it still feels really loose, and I think new control arms are in my future. I've got bushings that are 7 years old, 150,000 miles on them.
They're shot.
They're shot.
Yeah.
So I put new ball joints in, hoping that would kind of ease things, and it's made the ride better, but it hasn't really gotten rid of that. So that's an overwinter. Let's do some things and try to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man.
It's just crazy.
Mhm.
It's annoying, to say the least.
Yeah, I hear you.
So if I'm driving through 48 to 52 on up to 55, I'm good.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going uphill and I'm turning left. That's
Please,
On a full moon.
please
while
drive
braking.
Jeep under optimal conditions at optimal
Yeah.
speeds and directions.
Correct.
But that's where I'm at with that.
You could be like a
It's-
FedEx truck. Only turn right.
Jeez Louise.
I know, right? Coming up on the episode, we are going to do our phone mount showdown. I think we did auxiliary light switches,
Mm-hmm.
and that went really well. So this week we're gonna turn it into a phone mount showdown.
Yep.
And so before that, we've been putting out a call for listener input. I have gotten a couple questions on this between last week and this week, and then Joe, who's really good about sending questions in the show during the show, so that kind of sparked some good things. But he wasn't the one that brought this up to us, even though he did put it in the chat for us. But everybody's overreacting and saying Stellantis just killed the Jeep, because the 3.6 in 2025 will be only available in manual.
Okay.
So 6 cylinders in manual. And what does this mean?
But the
All right.
but the 392 still exists, I think. Or did they kill that?
I think
No, 392 still around.
I thought that was.
So
still
here
around.
you go. Ready?
Yep.
You want to know what I hear?
Yep.
Hear me out, guys. Stellantis, as a company,
Mm-hmm.
sales are really down right now.
Yep.
They have a shit ton of Jeeps hanging out everywhere,
Yep.
right? They have all these parts, too, right, that are sitting at their factories.
They want to get rid of some
They're
turbos.
on their lines. No. Other way around. They have a whole bunch of manuals that are
Yeah,
only
right.
mated to these Pennis whores.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, let's just, next year we're not going to build any Penistars. We're going to sell through all the Penistars. We're going to sell through all these manual transmissions. And midway through next year, we'll
We'll do a
worry about it then
Yeah.
and go. Because I'm tired of sitting on all this inventory that isn't making me any money.
That very well could be. Because, the only way to get a manual for the longest time was to special order it.
Well, that, number one. And number
Yeah.
two is you could only get them in Penistars anyway.
Yep.
I mean,
So-
you can get the 2.0 in the manual, but they just have these extra, everything sitting there.
Yep. Well, in a large portion of Jeep sales is in that 4-cylinder 2.0, whether it be the 4xe or just the 2.0. And to be honest with you, 2.0 puts out the same horsepower
Yep.
as the V6. So I don't necessarily see this as a tragedy for Jeep. I do see it as there's a combination of what you said. I
Yeah.
guarantee you there's a lot of parts just sitting
Yep.
there ready to go. And what's their biggest sellers right now is that
Mhm.
4xe and the 2-liter Coke bottle engine, right? And I don't blame them. Is it doom and gloom for Jeep? I don't think so. I think they're still moving units. The Gladiator isn't moving like they had hoped, but I don't even see that as a thing. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm surprised that many people still are in demand of manuals, but
They're
I know
not. That's the point.
That's the
there's
other thing.
but there's a lot of people I know. But see, that's the point. Like you're saying, the people I know are people that care and prefer a manual, but the vast majority are not. Like my kids. My kids don't want to. That's not today's thing.
Why would they? So when I was 20 years old, I wouldn't buy a vehicle unless it was a manual, because I was young and dumb, and it's a skill that a lot of people don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And I can rip through the gears and control the way that the car responds to me.
Yep.
Today,
Driving a manual in traffic blows.
I have a manual, a Jeep that's parked less than 2 miles from here, and I drive that to events and stuff, and it sucks. And the thing is, even though today driving a manual, you still have control over certain things, the computer still has more control than you do.
And you have auto start, and you have hill assist, and you have this, and you have that.
Yep.
And
the thing is that, like, when we talked about it a while back, I don't know, several episodes ago, and I was talking about, the TJ, my daughter's TJ, that's an automatic, but it's a 3-speed automatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to whine about my 5-speed JK.
Yep.
And then my wife's 8-speed JL. I'm like, oh, okay, this thing kind of has like split gears. It's like, oh, this thing gets up and goes like, and so with the advent and maturity of that, back in the day, I would have picked a manual too.
Right.
Yep.
But not now, not in a JL. Although that's what they said they were doing as well, as they were dumping the 8-speed. It's going to a 6. Is it? They were switching it not to. Is it? I don't think they were doing the 8-speed automatic. I don't know if that's getting
going
rev
back
too.
to the 6 speed.
Well, they won't go back to the 5 that's in the JK.
No, they have a 6.
It might be the
automatic.
6. I was thinking, because I know somebody with a 10-speed, and I'm like, were they just going to go that direction? But I don't think so.
I don't know what they're
doing. I read through the details. It was a lot to take in.
I'd have to read
maybe
it.
we'll get more into that the next episode.
Yeah, I
have to digest more of it.
There are some people that just say I want a manual. I want a manual, because that's nobody can drive it, so I get to drive my car.
Oh, it's my security system.
Right.
Good for you.
I hate doing traffic with a manual.
Yeah.
I hate wheeling with a manual even more. It just
that's its own special skill.
Yeah, and I'm getting old. My knees don't do what they should be doing.
You know what? I have a lot of respect for the guys that ride manual.
Yeah.
Off-road, and it's cool and it's fun, and all right. Yeah, it's still no.
But I smell their clutches like
smell their clutches.
all day long.
I was one of those guys. You never. It was just so difficult. You were all constantly stalling out. It's not.
It's infuriating sometimes.
Yeah.
Although the other big change is no more manual windows and locks.
Right, I get that, but
what?
They got there's no more. It's
No
all
more.
it's all power.
Right,
It's all
right,
power
right,
everything,
right. Yeah, of course it is.
well, because they don't want to have a secondary line.
Yep. Well, and I'm the guy who has to push the thing over and manually use my key and all that stuff,
Right.
or roll down the window.
Yeah.
And I like that,
Yeah.
but it's also nice to hit a button,
Yep.
and have it do it for me.
Yep.
So, with that, Nathan, from Pittsburgh, he wrote us an email.
He
and,
did.
and it's about the gladiator topic that we kind of brought up. Was it last week or the week before?
Last week.
Last week. All right.
Yep.
So Nathan says, good morning. As a gladiator owner, I wanted to write in about the conversation on the most recent episode. I've had mine for over 3 years, and I have to say that your criticisms were spot on. has anybody ever told us that we were right about something? We appreciate that, Nathan. However, I do think you overlooked some positives about the platform. I had a Ram 1500, but I didn't look at the Gladiator as a truck with a less bed, but a Wrangler with a lot more storage. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Also, you seem to be comparing the Gladiator to full-size trucks for hauling and towing, but that really isn't a fair comparison. Agreed. It's a mid-size truck, as in the Tacoma Ranger in Colorado. For me, it's the best mid-size truck due to its off-road capability and the fact that it's the only one that is a convertible. Gladiator does suffer from the same problem that is plaguing the entire vehicle market. Everything is just too overpriced. I couldn't agree more with that statement. Just wanted to throw my 2 cents in. The Gladiator definitely isn't for everyone, but I love mine. Excellent show as always. Keep up the good work. I look forward to the next episode. Thank you, Nathan from Pittsburgh. We appreciate that, Nathan. He gives his Mudhorn Gladiators his Instagram,
and Family is the Way Off-Road YouTube channel.
Cool. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Go check out Nathan.
So I just want a Gladiator 2500.
Correct.
That's what I want in my life.
I'm going to text my friends at Stellantis that tonight.
I want
that could be the next concept
Gladiator
vehicle.
2500 dually. So Gladiator
Gladiator dually.
dually with like
You up on tons, bro? I'm running dual axles, man.
no, not dual axles, dually,
dually,
yeah.
with dual tires out the back, and then like a
Imagine
throw a
wheeling
giant ass diesel in it. Like let's do this.
Let's do it.
Imagine wheeling that. You think you get some rubber on that? I could put all the rubber on.
You know what? Like
We're going to take that on 102 Black.
I'm game. I want to build this sucker. Like
you got to get a dually axle and stick it on something.
A Dodge 2500 axle dually. We'll get the front. It's all solid axle. Swap it all in.
Yeah.
We'll throw the giant Duramax in there or whatever we can find.
Yeah.
And a big smokestack out the back.
No, we're gonna put an 8-foot bed on it.
I like it.
Just do it.
I like it.
Done.
You have to plan the turn on that. Two counties over.
The problem is like at what point do you really define the defining line between is it more 2500 or is it more Gladiator? It's an 8-foot bed. Well, that's not Gladiator.
It's a
dually,
Gladiator 2500.
So is it like the front chop?
All in one.
I like that.
Sounds brilliant.
You don't have to designate one or the other. It's all in one.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome.
All in one.
So if you have something to add or want to reach out to us,
see, like PJ, he's building a 1500 Silverado Overrunner.
Oh, okay.
It's an Overland pre-runner. Overrunner. It's not one or the other.
Yep.
It's both.
I love it. Info@jeeplifepodcast.com. Send us emails. Get us on any of our
concept drawings.
Right. Get us on any of our social medias, and we'll
if you
read
have
it.
like 3-inch by 6-inch frame rail, that's what I'm going to start with.
Dude, just full I-beams.
Full I-beams. Look, this is true Bethlehem steel right here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
They think they've closed it down forever.
Nope.
No, we're going to bring it back.
Just harvesting the rusted metal off of it.
That's it.
All right, where we're going to be?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I'm throwing it out there.
A couple places yet
I kind of expanded on the list, but we are going to be some places this year yet. Not this week. September 30th to October 6th is Trail Hero out in Sand Hollow, Utah. October 19th is Crawling for Canines up at AOAA. I am guiding the Black Red group if Reaper decides to cooperate and wants to show up that day. And Mr. Jetty Jason
Greens and blues.
Yeah. So there are still a lot of spots open out there. So if you are looking to head out to AOAA and wheel for the day with Crawling for Canines and supporting an awesome cause, or if you'd like to make a donation, just search on Google or Facebook or anything of the above, or reach out to us and we can point you in the right direction to sign up. There's a lot of different groups available. October 19th is also Creepy Jeep Invasion in Cape May Zoo in Cape May, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yep. October 24th to 27th is Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam. That sounds like a good time. November 8th to the 10th is Virginia Beach Jeep Fest.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I want to go so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you said that, and you said you wanted to. You have some people down there.
I have some friends, dear friends in
You have
Virginia
peeps.
Beach, and I'd love to go.
You have peeps
see
and
them
jeeps
and
at
do
the beach?
Jeep. Yep.
Cool. Do you have any more events, guys?
I need a breather after that.
I know, right? I've gotten a couple that are for next year. So
All right.
we'll
I did
save
too,
those.
so I'm gonna roll through them.
All right, do
King,
it.
King of the Hammers is January 23rd to February 8th.
Yeah.
March 13th to the 14th is Ultra 4 East Invasion at Roush Creek Off-Road Park. April 18th to the 27th is Daytona Jeep Beach. July 11th to the 13th is New Jersey Jeep Invasion 2025. July 18th to the 19th is Albridge Jeep Fest 2025. August 9th is 2025 Reclaim for first responders at Burlington County Fairgrounds. That was that pretty awesome event that Jetty Jason just posted about on our Instagram, YouTube, and Facebooks. And then, as always, August 21st to 23rd is Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion.
Yeah, we didn't do Easter Jeep Safari.
I didn't. This is just the ones that I
mid April, which is always a blast.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much going on. Oh my god! So we'll update all that and keep it going in the calendar. Plan ahead.
Yep.
Because we will be at some of those. We won't be at all of those.
Well, we will be at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a lot of them.
Nice. Real quick, our friend Dave shared this. Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, all got hit, and our friends at New Jersey Jeep Invasion reached out and said they were looking for ways to help our friends in Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, and all the areas that were destroyed by Hurricane Helene. And they know there's a lot of bad people out there, but there are a lot of people to trust as well. And, a known good, friend of theirs is available to help out and knows how to fix some of those. So you go to New Jersey Jeep Invasion's Facebook page and follow that, because I think the rains and the flooding and the hurricanes and everything has hit a lot of people. I know my mom has sent me pictures of my hometown underwater.
There's a lot of companies down there that we buy from that are got greatly impacted. I saw like Barnes 4-wheel drive, Rough Stuff I think is in that area, Busted Knuckles in that area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different companies that
and warehouses and trucking and
yeah.
So if they can get stuff out, buy stuff from them.
Yep.
Is basically what we're saying. And thanks to the good people over at New Jersey Jeep Invasion that are looking out for others, because they're good people too. And I guess that takes us to our main topic.
All right. So we're going to start this off. Ready?
I've added a couple to it.
So have I. The Tactic Cup Holder Phone Mount.
Oh.
We're in the wrong price range, aren't we?
What was that, like $19?
I don't know. It was just like the worst cup holder phone mount that I could find.
I think I rocked that for like 2 days.
Yeah, then it broke.
And it broke. Exactly. So what we're looking for is those sturdy ones, and I've got a list of 6.
So the
now.
Daystar bolt-in, screw-in center console guys?
I don't know that one.
Like the old school Daystar guys, like the Daystar phone mounts that, you take out your center console and the TJ, you pop out the plastics, and you pop this one in, you put a little screw in it, had a little holder for your mount,
Oh,
your phone.
I don't know that one.
Oh.
But I know a Rugged Ridge that was very similar to
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty much the same one.
Same one. Same idea.
Okay.
Are
Are you talking about like the Scosche suction mounts?
I honestly, most of the suction mounts.
So, by the way, these are
Are
none
awful.
of the actual topics that we're talking about. These are just the ones that I could, pulled out of my rear.
There are some high-end suction mounts
Yes.
that work extremely well, like
Yes.
Sea Sucker, and I know that
Don't call me a sea sucker. You're a
you're
sea
a sea
sucker.
sucker. And some of the actual other ones that we talked about on here have some that are quality. That Rugged Ridge Daystar one that you talked about,
Yeah.
I used that for a while. My only problem with it is it vibrated a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the money, it's an inexpensive way to go.
Mm-hmm.
It holds the phone just fine, and as long as you don't have a Jeep that goes into death wobble at any moment, it should be fine.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
RAM mount.
The military grade
Yes.
solution for all of your mounting needs.
I used RAM mount for a long time.
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
that Dr. Don has used RAM mount.
I still use RAM mount. I use RAM mount in both. I use it in the buggy and I use it in the JK. I mean, so I'm gonna be the RAM mount spokesperson.
Do it.
I have their X lock or whatever. I should probably get this up.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that it's the X grip.
The X grip. That's
And
what it is.
I hated using Don's X grip. I had full on phone mount.
Ready to toss it out the window. You were gonna have a
quick grip. I had the quick grip.
Oh, you had the quick grip.
And I loved that because it held the device solidly, and I didn't have to try to use X to hold it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love
I
the
hate
X grip. Love it. It works great for me. I get in, I pop it to the one side. I pretty much use it like one hand.
Yep.
I've gotten really good with it.
Yep.
Put my phone in quick, holds it. The only issue that I have is that when the little nubbers,
Yep.
little RAM
They
nubbers,
come off.
well, I've used it so much that they wear through.
Oh, okay. So the
And
metal comes through.
It doesn't hold the phone very well,
Yep.
so I got to get new rubbers. I got to get a new rubber.
Literally, they should send you like
4 of
25 of them.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Right. When you buy it,
That's up there with
they
floor
either-
plugs for the armor light. It's
Yeah.
like you should
Right.
just come with like a bag.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So I love it. On the buggy, I actually have the little I guess the rubber band that goes on the back, which is
Yep.
the what is it called?
The super
Yeah.
grippy dampener thingy.
I don't know what they're called, but it basically wraps around the front of the device
Yes.
and holds it to the X grip.
Mm-hmm.
They do have the X grip rubbers available. And
Oh, I
they're
know
like
they do.
$8 for a set of 4.
Yep.
And you can get them in all the cool little colors.
Yep.
What is is it the Snap Link socket is the little rubber thing that goes around the X? I don't know.
I'm looking it up. I have to look it up now.
But no, it's the rubber tether is what it's called.
The
X grip rubber tether.
Tether. Yes.
I tell you, I would still be using RAM right now, but really fell in love with the brand that I'm using. And I think that the RAM is a good way to go. Their stuff is expensive, but it's worth it because you buy the componentry, right? You buy the grip, you buy the arm, you buy the mount to, how you're going to mount it to the dash. Are you going to mount it to your rail across the front? Are you going to mount it to, I used a claw on my oh shit bar, right, in front. So I think RAM is a great way to go.
Yep.
Military and police use it. Fire trucks use it. So you know that it's going to be solid. It's used in marine applications. I think that is a great way to go.
It works. They have laptop mounts. They have, all the different kinds.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
So I can't say anything bad about the RAM
They even
mount.
have catalogs.
Next on my list is one that I hadn't thought of, but our good friend Jamie pointed out, off-roam. And he has them in both of his vehicles right now. And when I pulled that up, I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen those, but I don't know anything about them. What'd I do with that? There it is. The holder looks like your standard holder, and then it looks like it mounts in various ways to like the vent, the top part of the vent. It uses a similar ball mount to the to the RAM mount. So the thing slides out on two arms to expand to accept the phone and hold it. They do have magnetic phone mounts for like MagSafe and stuff like that as well. It looks very similar to some of the other stuff out there like Bullet Point.
Yep.
When I look at it, I see very similar things to Bullet Point. And Bullet Point, let's go ahead and pull them up. That's what I'm currently using, and I paid for my Bullet Point in my Jeep. They did send a full system for each of the Oracle vehicles,
Okay.
as well as Lexi's Jeep.
That's pretty cool.
And so they have the Ruby Grid mount system, and basically it goes on the dash, and you can mount up to 3 ball mounts per Ruby Grid. And the arms in them, they look like they're not going to be sturdy at all until you get everything tightened down. As a matter of fact, they send you a tool to tighten down further. Because,
really?
Yeah, because it's made for a thumb to tighten it down.
But that only gets until your thumb's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they send you a tool to
So
crank
it's like
that down.
the directions are go until and then give it another quarter turn.
That's right. With
the extra
with the tool,
ugga-dugga.
right.
The extra ugga-dugga.
I have been running a regular phone mount, as well as I now have a MagSafe wireless charging phone mount, and
Does that hold
a radio. So that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that.
Because I want to know.
It does not.
No.
So in
I
my
didn't
glove
suspect
box
it did.
is the phone mount that I will use for
Wheeling.
Bullet Point for wheeling.
Right.
But for
Driving, it's no, because I have a MagSafe.
No,
that I prefer.
no problem. Driving, I did cut across some field/bumps. Boop, and it did pop off.
And the reason I found that out with some of the MagSafe stuff was because you said earlier about marine applications.
Yep.
And I have similar mount in the boat because I use my phone for nav and for different nautical apps. And that's choppy just like wheeling.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
kept having that problem. I'm like, man. And I found one that has the MagSafe, but it has also the clamp.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
it's sort of like the equivalent of, it isn't the X grip thing,
Right,
but
right.
it's the same concept of that and the magnet
Yeah.
with
yeah.
the MagSafe. So it's like that thing is not coming out.
Yep.
But when it just has the nothing but the magnet,
Yeah, that's
you
just
get a
not
good
strong
enough jostle and it's coming out.
And I don't necessarily know that that's a problem with the mount itself, as it is that the magnets inside the phone aren't that strong.
I don't
either.
think it's it's not designed, that particular mount. I would challenge it's not really designed for that application. It's going to be your 80, 20, 90%. I'm just driving.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've hit a pothole, it doesn't come out.
Right. So I think with a regular phone holder, which is great, I used that and wheeled with it. Fine.
Sure.
So that I keep that in my glove box because I like the idea of having MagSafe and just being able to. I have a finally wireless CarPlay, thanks to my Alpine i509. I don't have to plug anything in, and I think that's huge. And so I would highly recommend using the MagSafe from Bullet Point Mounting Solutions, but I don't know if you're going to go hard off road, then get a better clamp. And another along that same line is the 67 Designs.
6.7.
6.7. It's not 6.7. It's not 67.
I don't believe it's 67.
Not 6/7.
It's 6. I don't believe it's pronounced as 67. It's pronounced 6.7 Designs.
Well, they should have hyphenated that bitch.
I'm sorry. I don't, and I might be
Or a
completely.
comma or a
I
semicolon.
may be completely
Something, yeah.
effing wrong, and I'm sorry, but I always thought it was 6.7 Designs.
It very well could be. But every time it's written out as a 667.
But it's 6,
Right,
7 D,
Yeah.
like all one.
Yes.
So that's why I would think it's 6.7 Designs.
We'll have to get them on and ask them.
Okay, sounds great.
But they make some really nice stuff, and to be honest with you, if I look at it, some of their stuff looks identical to Bullet Point.
Yep.
Just from what I'm seeing. Now, they will use a rail system for their ball mounts. So you mount a rail that you slide the ball into,
Yep.
and then you tighten down the ball on that, which very similar. You're just mounting it, just a little bit different. But when you put the arm on the ball, it looks very, very similar. Even has the carbon fiber look to it. So I think then it just becomes: which mount to the vehicle do you want?
Yep.
With that, and both of them do have suction cup mounts, so that's something to look at. But do you have anything about 6.7 design that you like? Or?
I do not. I think they're a good company. I think they have quality products. I think they're cool.
Yeah, similar.
Yep. So there was another company that was thrown in the chat that I kind of started a quick dive, and that is Quadlock.
Yeah.
And I just did a quick peruse their website, and how I normally do a website, 82 million different clicks and this, that, and the other thing. But I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome for off-roading. They have a lot of alternative solutions for charging while it's in the case, dampers, extensions, arms, spacers, customization. But it's case. It's not just
right. You have to have the case.
Correct.
Right.
They also have a magnet in their case, which is pretty cool too. So it'll stick anywhere.
Yeah.
That is obviously metal,
right. Not aluminum.
Aluminum.
Like a JL or a JT.
Or stainless steel.
Bronco.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although Quadlock, it uses a lever or lever in the back that locks and unlocks as you put your phone in and twist.
Turn it. Yep.
A quarter, an eighth degree, or eighth of a turn. So pretty cool. I think I'm just interested in their products. I'd like it more for hardcore off-roading, I believe. And motorcycles.
They kind of started with the motorcycle side of things. I think the quad lock is a great way to do it because it's not going to come undone.
Yep.
The downside to that, as you said, is you have to have a specific case or a specific thing attached to your phone in order to use it.
But that means nobody else should be driving your rig too.
that fair. Fair.
I'm just looking at it online. It's like, actually the killer app, the two killer apps that I see on here especially are motorcycles and boats.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to hit a pothole on a bike and have the phone go bye-bye.
Yeah, right. No. Yeah.
So with that, to me, I think Billy's right. For heavy wheeling and stuff like that, that is so locked in there that.
Well, it takes a turn and there's now a physical
Correct
apparatus or
it
extrusion
it is locked
boss.
4
Yeah.
times over.
Yep.
Quad lock, 4X lock.
But you do have to put a specific case on the device,
It's a trade-off.
which to me,
You technically you don't have to have their case. You can put an attachment onto your case.
another case. But again,
Like a pop-em.
I
Stick the
use
thing
the
on
thinnest case I can possibly get.
Terry, you're Mr. Live on the Edge, and you don't like a case whatsoever.
Right, I take mine out of the case quite a bit.
And I think you're fucking nuts, and you're out on the trail, and you're like, oh, it's fine, puddle. And I'd be like, fuck.
In 18 years or 17 years, whatever it is, since I've owned a phone.
Terry, what is my name?
I know, break it, Bill. Yeah.
Are you like me? And it's like, I don't drop my phone, crack my phone, scratch my phone. I put new screen protectors on like my family's phone, and it's like that scene in Goonies where they hand it to Chunk. He's like, "Here, give it to me." Hey, guy, boom, and he breaks it, and it's like, "Yep, that's kind of like every phone in my house."
Yes,
Guys,
yes.
guys, I have a video of my phone dislodging itself from my phone mount, ejecting out the side passenger window of the buggy. I run over it, and then my girlfriend proceeds to walk over and pick it up, and it's like, it's fine.
It's fine.
Because I have a real case on it.
Right. I've broken one phone in all that time, and I did that in Pigeon Forge this past year.
Oh, my God. I
had it in my back pocket while I did one of those sky coasters. But so let's take any money out of the equation. Out of this, what would be your number 1 and number 2 choice to put in? Let's say you don't have anything in your vehicle right now. What is your number 1 and number 2 choice for your vehicle?
Ram mount in the JK, quad lock in the buggy.
I love that. I think the quad lock would work really well.
I might actually go and purchase a whole bunch of quad lock shit.
I think that's yes.
Like, I actually just put together a kit, and it's like $150, and I'm like,
And as expensive as that is, if you're putting a $1,200 supercomputer that you happen to make phone calls with.
Well, actually, I'm
in
looking
your
at getting
device.
a new phone, so I might wait till I get a new phone, then get
Figure out
everything.
which case
Yeah.
you need. Yeah.
So either
yeah.
way, though, but that is a case. Hold on.
Yeah.
A case for your phone, mag case, a handlebar mount, so it's 1 3/4 or 1.5 inches to 2 inch handlebar mount, and the weather resistant poncho. It's a condom for your condom. And then I am going to add the vibration dampener.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need that.
Should I add the charger as well? I feel like
If you're
I
going to, yeah.
I mean,
Tick
do
all
it.
the boxes.
I feel like I should. It's in the buggy, though. We're going to go in the buggy. Integrated IP6 water resistant for the use with. Oh, quick charger. Wait, what?
Do you need a charger for the buggy?
wireless charging. Either way, whatever.
Wireless charging with depleted uranium power packs.
Yep. All right. So, okay. Case, mount, wireless charger, vibration damper, some spacers. $215.
$215. All in.
$215 all day. All in.
Damn, that's expensive.
That's a lot.
Not so. All right.
That's expensive.
How much is a life-proof case for your phone?
60 to $80. Yeah.
I think they've gone up. Maybe.
Call it $100. That's still $100.
Yeah. But I would. I don't know.
Then
that
where are you at? What's your head at? You like. I think you like flexibility because I've been in your
Yeah.
Jeep and you've
Yeah.
had it where you've got
I mean,
the iPad mount and the phone, and then you've got your GoPro, and you've got.
Yeah.
So you kind of like.
Otter boxes for the new iPhone
Yeah.
are $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
So you're getting a mount and a charger
Yeah.
And a charger.
Yeah.
And a
No,
mount.
I mean,
and a case.
and a case.
for what you're doing, I mean, we say this all the time. Sometimes you skimp out, you pay twice.
Well,
When we look at the brands that we've
Terry,
been talking
I think
about,
I've been paying
or-
about 15 times at this point because I've been through a lot of different phone mounts,
I d-
cases,
I-
this, that, and the other
dude,
thing,
I've
dude.
probably been through 7 different.
So I'm
yes,
not paid
yes.
twice. I'm paying 16 times.
Yep, I agree. I'm going to stick with my bullet point mounting system as my number one choice, and I still have all my RAM mount stuff as my number 2 choice. I love the ability that turn the knob and I can switch out holders.
You're a knob.
A knob.
Knob.
Middle school boys. But I love being able to change that out pretty quick, and there's so many options with the bullet point stuff, and they're super nice people.
Yep.
That goes a long way with me. What about you?
Which one do you want? What are you buying over there?
I like I thought the quad lock thing was cool, except the deal breaker for me is I'm like Terry. I don't even like cases.
They have a thin case.
And a 3M mount.
Right.
that you can
No,
do.
they have
I
a
do.
super
That is
thin
attractive to me
case.
because again, the aforementioned can work in the vehicle,
I
but
believe.
it also works in places, my extracurricular activities, where I don't need it to go. Submarine.
Yep.
I wouldn't say submarine, but extreme duty.
Or overboard. The bullet point stuff, I've seen it. I've seen it in a couple of vehicles at
Yeah.
shows and different things. A lot of friends have it. I just don't have a lot of the accoutrement.
Yeah.
I'm not much for I'm very Spartan in the car. I get like this with my wife. She's like, you have nothing in your car. I'm like,
yeah.
exactly. I'm that way. I'm very Spartan. So for me, it's I have a magnet lock that has the gripper. It has a automatic gripper, so I
Yep.
put it in. It.
Yep.
But yeah, the quad lock. I think if given a pick out of all of this, what I've seen, the quad lock's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, so PJ puts out the only reason he can't speak on bullet point is they don't have anything for my year truck or his LJ. They do have a universal mount Ruby grid, which I have for Lexi's 2010 Jeep, because nobody makes anything for a 2010 because the interior is different than the 2017 or whatever I have.
And is the LJ that much different than a regular TJ for a mount?
No, not at all. No, it's the same as a TJ. The dash is the same, and you could use the Ruby Grid universal mount for that. But even so, I think Lexi had a I can't remember what she had in her TJ. It's been too long ago. But you can do the Ruby Grid universal with that, and it'll work just fine. You just have to drill into the dash at that point. You have to drill in, and you have they.
We're gonna have to put like a guard on
No,
that button.
I'm gonna erase it all.
That was a whole lot longer than I thought it was gonna be.
But it's you. I don't even know where my point was.
We were
anymore.
drilling into a dash.
You've
Yeah,
erased.
yeah.
You've erased his mind.
And,
I've erased
and,
one
and
out of
using
your
yeah, dude, my brain is scrambled. Anyway, there's our showdown of our phone mounts. Where can people find us?
Well, you've already found us.
In
so
the
tell
insane asylum.
so tell us, tell a friend because you already found us. So, but we have a YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the above. Patreon if you'd like to support us in other ways. We're going to be having a lot of articles go out on there as well.
Awesome. Listener voicemail 484-272-5436. Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it. I promise. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Our live listeners have been awesome, putting stuff in the comments and everything. We appreciate it. I'm tired. Anyway, for Break It Bill, Jetty Jason, I'm Jeep and Terry.
Who are you again?
Here's a big Jeep wave to you, everybody.
And we're out.